This, ladies and gentlemen, is Angela Smith. Angela Smith is a Liberal Democrat MP. Jumped ahead a little, but let's go back a few, let's say, days. For a while, she'd been the MP for Labour for Penistone and Stocksbridge, before deciding that she would join the Liberal Democrats because she wanted to become a part of the strongest party to stop Brexit. Now, what's rather interesting about her, being the third MP to join the Liberal Democrats in the last week, Luciana Berger, who was of course part of the Cucks, and Philip Lee, formerly of the Conservative Party, is that she, somewhat interestingly, once said that she would support and respect the result. Her constituency of Penistone and Stocksbridge in fact voted 60.65% to leave. One thinks that she might be utterly screwed at the next general election. Many have said that this should be another warning, a warning because they should reinstate MPs having to stand for by-elections. And there is some point to that, because it isn't just the MP people are voting for, it is the party as well, and the party's manifesto. The individual manifesto to the local constituency, of course, should be honoured at all costs. But since hers voted to leave and she is doing everything to remain, one has to wonder how long she really has, and if it is to be believed that an early general election could happen, she might be out of a job soon enough. Now this of course does mean that yet again Corbyn has lost another MP. She could have simply cited the anti-Semitism issues, or accusations of anti-Semitism, but because she's gone down the path of Brexit, she has put herself in a very one-dimensional position, which is the entire Liberal Democrats' problem. They are very one-dimensional. They are, in their own words, the strongest party to stop Brexit. The ones who created those rather delightful bollocks to Brexit t-shirts you've seen everywhere. St Pancras, by the way, was an absolute mess when I was last there. There was quite a lot of bollocks to Brexit t-shirts. It should be worth pointing out, and of course stating, yes, the Prime Minister has lost a vote already to call for an early general election and may well lose a second. That's because MPs want a precondition that no deal be removed, but you cannot remove a legal default. Therefore, even if it did happen, it should also be noted the Prime Minister wouldn't have to leave office straight away. I said this all last night, I know, but I wanted to restate it because I think it right for clarity's sake. People have been making a big fuss about the size of the Liberal Democrats at this present time, them becoming some dangerous entity within the House of Commons. But that's not the case. In fact, the SNP outnumber them significantly. If you go by numbers, Liberal Democrats now just make up 17 MPs, half of whom are from the Cucks and from Labour, people who've basically defected. They're not actually a real challenge. Yes, they hold 17 votes in the Commons, but since they're championing something which a number of them actually had to fight against, in the form that they had to agree to honour the result of the people, then to simultaneously join another party and then say, you know what? No, I think we'll remain, because that's what's up, yo, in it, fam. The current leader of the Liberal Democrats, Jo Swinson, believes that another MP is making another brave decision to leave Labour, not only over the mishandling of anti-Semitism, but also Jeremy Corbyn's own stance on Brexit. But I would point out, she herself respected the vote of the people, Corbyn has said the same thing, both of whom are actually in line on the next part, because neither one would truly respect the vote of the people. Why does it seem to me like more and more MPs think one vote to remain is worth 2 votes against 1 vote of those who voted leave? Because they're shifting goalposts here to imply, oh, but the young people now get to vote. In Jo Swinson's statement, she continued to bleat on about how the Liberal Democrats are the ones to stop Brexit, fight for constitutional reform and mend broken politics, fighting inclusivity or making it more inclusive, tolerant politics and value diversity. Ah, buzzwords. I'm seeing why you don't have any actual Liberal Democrats in your party then. At this point, you're basically just Cuck 2.0. I might make it a point to go through each MP in your party, Jo Swinson, including yourself. I may well do that. Go through every single one, and then we'll work out how many members you actually have. Because I reckon it's a lot lower than 17. In fact, I would hazard a guess your MP total is in the single digits. Maybe 3. People still haven't forgiven you for 2010, you know. There was one other Labour MP that has since left the party. His name is John Mann, an MP for Bassetlaw. He is stepping down as an MP and instead taking up a post as the government's anti-Semitism czar. He's taken many shots at Jeremy Corbyn for his actions in dealing with anti-Semitism and his inability to lead the party, his record, no less, with him acknowledging he couldn't campaign for Jeremy Corbyn, knowing he could become Prime Minister, and not adequately tackling the anti-Semitism issues within his party. Oh look, that's 2 MPs you've lost now, Jeremy. That majority of yours is starting to dwindle. I like that everyone's busy, the BBC especially, taking shots at Boris, who's been meeting with Leo, I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name, the Irish Prime Minister. And I'll discuss that tomorrow, by the way. But when it comes to, and the BBC is prone to this and guilty of it the most, addressing Jeremy Corbyn's own diminishing party, it's quite interesting how utterly silent you are. I don't believe that Angela Smith will keep her seat at the next general election, no matter when it is. If it's this year, next year, it doesn't matter. She is going to lose it because she's just defied 60% of her electorate. Sorry, 60.65%.